What's up, guys? We've launched our official 3 Days Talking Discord server. You should join. Nathan, take it away.
Hey, what's up, idiots? This is the unofficial official promo for the official 3 Idiots Talking podcast Discord server. Sit back, get comfy, and maybe even crack open a cold one, and engage in our welcoming community of fellow music nerds. Unleash your hot takes, not only of the musical variety, but also of the political, which is highly encouraged. See you in the chat, idiots.
Just one more thing, I wanted to say massive shout out to Nathan, one of our subscribers who's in the Discord, for making this. This was so awesome and unexpected. We really appreciate it. Join the Discord. Links in the description below.
How many people do think the wall is a 10?
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the 3 Idiots Talking podcast. Today,
the only reaction channel on YouTube.
We do happen to be the only reaction channel on YouTube, and today the only reaction channel on YouTube is going to be reacting to Pink Floyd's second, aka sophomore album, A Saucerful of Secrets. Came out in 1968, 7 songs long, 39 minutes total. A relatively short album in the Pink Floyd discography, or just anyone's discography, really. Very unique album cover. One of the most just chaotic and astral and a whole bunch of other things. I think there's wine bottles on the cover. I mean, it's a very Pink Floyd-esque cover. But yeah, this is our second album by Pink Floyd. We are doing the Pink Floyd and Radiohead discographies in order. So that means start to finish, from when they debuted to when they basically stopped making music. Noah, being that this is your band, good sir, there is a little bit different with this album from Pink Floyd. Tell us what the big difference is from their first one.
David Gilmour joins the band. Syd Barrett becomes less part of the band, becomes more detached with reality. So everybody kind of has to, pick up the slack. And this album, songwriting-wise, is a lot more spread out as to who writes what. And and they're gonna do that a couple times for the next couple albums.
Right. So David Gilmour joins, who will be there for the rest of their discography. What instrument does he take over? What does his main role become?
He plays the guitar.
The guitar. All right. Now, does he do a little bit of songwriting as well? Because I know Roger Waters and him kind of split duties. What is his songwriting on this album?
On this album, I don't think he writes a single song.
Okay. So is this more Waters and Barrett, or is this the whole band?
Does he start singing yet?
Waters, Barrett, Richard Wright, and yes, he does start singing.
And he does start singing. Okay, so Barrett has his, let's just call it mental issues that he's going through at this stage in his life, and he starts pulling away from the band. Saucerful, how much is he on it? Because we were debating about this beforehand. How many of these songs is Syd Barrett actually on? Do you know?
1.
Just 1. Okay, but he did write. As far as I know. He wrote more than 1, though, correct?
No, he just wrote 1.
Just 1, and he's only on 1. Now, what song is he on?
The final song.
Jug Band Blues. All right, fair enough. Okay, so the rest of it's written by the rest of the Pink Floyd members. Saucerful of Secrets. Now, at this time, Pink Floyd was not very big yet, correct? This is not when they had their big breakout yet.
Okay, he's actually on 2 songs. Somebody has more education than me.
Okay, so, all right, what 2 songs is he on?
Jug Band Blues, Remember a Day.
Remember a Day, okay. So, Pink Floyd as a band, they just had put out Piper, the release. Now, Saucer comes, I believe, a year later, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is before they become sort of internationally known, start selling millions and millions of albums, correct? They're still finding their stride, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you think we should know about this album? I mean, it's a fairly short album, only 39 minutes. Not a whole lot to talk about pre-hand.
Yeah, and Pink Floyd are a pretty private band.
Pink Floyd are a pretty private band. Cool. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we are into it. Saucerful of Secrets, Pink Floyd, starting off with Let There Be More Light. This sounds like the Home Depot theme song.
The Home Depot.
Yeah.
Wow. Get some lumber. We're doers.
What's up, Cosmic? What's up, Random Casual Gamer? What's up, Patrick Rasmussen? Welcome to the stream. Guitar move over. Switches sides. What is that instrument on the left ear track?
There's a drum, a bass, and a keyboard.
Yes, there is.
Super quiet. I turned you up.
It is drum, bass, keyboard.
Farfisa organ. Wow. Back then, Pink Floyd was up with Frigid Pink. What is that?
No idea.
Wow. Well, Random Casual Gamer, you're gonna hear this song. You can already hear the difference in guitar playing.
Have they played a guitar?
According to Hugo, I think there is a guitar. What a foreshadow that becomes. I don't even know if they intentionally did that, but that is awesome.
This was after Sgt. Pepper's.
It's a reference. It's not foreshadowing.
Oh. How did I get my bands mixed up right there? Jeez. What a terrible tragedy that was.
Wow.
I thought I heard it at the beginning too, Hugo. I don't know what close tripping on.
What?
The guitar.
That was bass.
That's a guitar. The opening riff is a bass.
Well, it sounds better.
Well, no shit. Syd Barrett's a terrible guitar player.
This had nothing to do with Syd Barrett. That had nothing to do with Syd Barrett, though. That was a bass.
Guitar playing on that. No, he's talking about Piper.
Okay. Let's not get Piper hating. We're past it.
Now, is this David?
Yes.
Richard and David.
What guitar sounds that low, man?
I thought it was a guitar too. Don't feel bad. What's up, James Diamond?
What on earth? If that was a guitar, what in the hell did they do?
Oh, yeah. What a cool little... I guess you could call that a solo. To end the song. So, never been a huge early Pink Floyd fan. That being said, I should have said, never been a huge early Pink Floyd singing fan from their first few albums. That being said, I do believe somebody said this is Roger Waters doing the vocals on this song.
Nope. That's
No.
Syd Barrett.
Okay, I thought he was on...
absolutely not Roger Waters singing. There's no way that's Roger Waters singing.
I thought he was only on 2 different songs, so I'm a little confused. Noah, can you clarify?
Wait, about what?
Is this Roger Waters or Syd Barrett singing?
Neither.
Neither.
It
Okay.
has to be Syd. Okay.
That is Richard Wright, who sings the
goes,
quieter
dun,
parts,
dun,
softer parts,
dun.
yeah, that.
Okay.
And then
okay.
it's David Gilmour, because David Gilmour's in a phase of trying to sound like Syd Barrett.
See,
That's why I see it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. If it's whoever it is, Mr.
Okay.
Wright in this sense, I'll say this. I like the sort of ba thing he's doing the whole time. It's not... I wouldn't want this to be the entire album, but doing it for a short, maybe not short, but a 5.5 minute long song, it feels like it works as a tone setter for this album. It really does. I have a very certain vibe this creates, a very ethereal vibe. And you can definitely get that, but not just the song, but the album cover as well. There's going to be a very certain dynamic shift we're about to enter with Floyd. And I like the start. I relatively like the instrumental. I think it's some good choices for the most part. I think maybe you could have probably let the guitar be I don't know. Maybe the guitar probably didn't need to travel through the different, like in mono into stereo and away or left and right ears as much as it did. Not a huge fan of that. Never have been. That being said, a good opener with some good lyrics. No real issues. I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Noah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a banger. Really nice bass parts. This is still when Roger cared about making interesting bass parts. Lyrics are really out there, but I mean, it's early Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Vocals sounded good in my opinion. The guitar solo was solid. It wasn't too much going on. It was just some psychedelic stuff. I enjoy this song. I think it's good. Overall, I'd give it an 8.
Okay, cool.
I really didn't think I would come away as the biggest fan of this song.
Wow.
We are.
Okay.
This is probably my... this might be my favorite song of their first 2 albums, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's been some pretty damn good psychedelic rock going on here. Because it doesn't get into all the bullshit. He actually keeps it structured. Yeah, I mean, I love the opening. 99% sure that is a bass riff.
Okay, if it is.
Whatever. I just think it's a really cool, really weird, really unique song, but I think they do it really, really well. It's really catchy, even for how psychedelic it is. I think they do a great job here.
Sure.
I'll give it an 8.5 to a 9.
All right, up next, Remember a Day. That was a weird sound they just made.
Yeah.
Gonna have to get used to that, yeah.
Now this is very different for Floyd.
This is fun.
It's actually a really good vocal melody.
It is Let Rick Cook.
This sounds like so early Beatles.
This sounds nothing like early Beatles because it's psychedelic.
Not the instrumental, the vocals. I should specified
Even
more.
the vocal melody is a little psychedelic.
A little, a drag out for sure, but the way they're singing in like a high pitched kind of, not high pitched, but like a softer high pitched voice with like a chorus effect definitely sounds like early
It
Beatles.
sounds like some Revolver shit.
Yeah. Well,
It's
that's
not
that
early
early.
Beatles.
I should more like 64 or something.
No. It's still not
Revolver 67?
comparison. 66.
Whatever.
They're dropping albums every year. It's very specific.
Well, if this came out in 68, is that when they came out, Noah?
Wait, what? Revolver?
Saucer.
Oh, Saucer is just 68.
So it would have been 2 years after Revolver, which means they would have heard the Beatles by now.
Yes, they were very aware of the Beatles. That's
Yes.
why they referenced a Beatles song in the last song.
And recorded in the same studio on their last album as
I'm just
the
saying, you can
Beatles.
see where the influence for the vocal melody comes from.
Yes, you said early Beatles.
Okay,
No,
whatever.
it's not early.
64 is early Beatles, that's true. But I was wrong
Yeah,
about that.
I know. 64 is early Beatles. That's why I said he was wrong. It
12
doesn't sound
when this
like.
came out, Rickster. Wow, wow, wow. Welcome. Thank you for staying around with us. My parents didn't exist when this came out.
Yeah.
My
Not
parents
mine
was
either.
one. I'm gonna have a controversial opinion about this one.
Wonder what this controversial opinion's gonna be.
I can't imagine my opinion be controversial. It's pretty far away. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean.
Who's the lead singer of this song?
That is Rick.
Around the back of my head.
Yeah. They are definitely looping it around.
Bringing it around town.
What's up, High Super? Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a controversial opinion on this one.
Well, let me just say, somehow in this era, they managed to come out with two good songs to start an album. Because this is a little humdinger as well right here. Love the vocal melody. Think it's fantastic. And they never really go too incoherent with the psychedelic elements of this. They keep it pretty down to earth, which I appreciate and enjoy more so. Really, the only complaint I have about it is that on the production on the instrumental is terrible. Like, it's just mixed so badly. It's just all over the place production wise. I mean, it kind of just devolves into blobs of sound at certain points.
That's a fair point.
I suppose I don't love his vocals at the very, very end of the song. They're a little awkward sounding, but outside of that, I think he did pretty damn good vocally. I'll throw it an 8.5.
Wow. Noah.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty close to Cole here. Verses are really good. Rick sounds really good. Instrumental is interesting. I just don't get how they formed their instrumentals at this point, because the parts themselves are really weird, but when they all come together, they're a little more normal, I guess.
Sorta.
But I mean, overall, I think this is a really good song. A little better than the previous. I'd give it a 9.
9. Okay. So I agree with the instrumentals. I do enjoy them. I do enjoy the style they went with, a bit psychedelic. They're going back to a little bit of their roots with their debut album where they were very psychedelic. But so here's the hot take I guess I have. Cole, you mentioned the vocals. I don't like them at all. I don't think he sounds good at all. And I'm sorry, Pink Floyd fans. I'm sure you guys are huge Richard Wright fans. I'm sure you guys love him.
Yes, we are.
I am. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I can't stand the vocals on this. I am not a fan. I don't like how they're trying. If he's trying to sound like the Beatles off of Revolver or just the Beatles in general, it don't work. It didn't hit. It didn't feel the same. And with the instrumental they chose, it definitely did not work. I do not feel. I mean, I can kind of see the psychedelic vocals, but I didn't feel like it made any sense with this instrumental. I really didn't like how the vocals evolved throughout the song, and he just started doing like remember and just like falling off, almost like lazily finishing it. Couldn't stand that. And I didn't like the lyrics that much either. I'm sorry. The vocals just lyrically, vocally, melodically, not for me. Instrumentally, it was very good. Mixing was an issue, like Cole said, but instrumentally is good. Unfortunately, if you're going to have, in my opinion, a bad vocal and lyrical performance, but you have a good instrumental, you're going to get a pretty mid rating. So I'm going to throw this a 5.5 to a 6. Set the controls for the Heart of the Sun. Wow. David Gilmour's solo albums are awesome. I've never heard one.
I've heard all of them.
Wow.
The duality of man.
I've never heard one. I've heard them all.
I think they're pretty good.
Because if they were on acid, then they were having fun is why. Okay, but how does it make the song better?
I was indifferent to the one David Gilmour album I heard.
We Would Love the band Love? I don't know them. Cole, do you know them?
I don't. Yeah, they're
Forever
known for an album
Changes?
called Forever Changes. I know I've heard it before, I just don't really remember it.
This vibe, automatically better than the previous song.
Oh my god.
Love this so much more.
I wish Roger didn't sing it.
At least it doesn't sound bad yet.
We have a differing opinion.
A little low on the vocals, though. Needs to actually put some effort into it. You can sound like you're whispering without sounding like you're being lazy. Come on, bro. Pronunciate.
He doesn't know.
I've heard this album maybe once.
He
Maybe.
isn't unaware.
Over the Mountain, Watching the Watcher.
I've always had the same opinion about this album, and I cannot wait to express it.
11 just for the title of the song.
Love is the shadow that ripens the wine. That's a fucking stupid lyric.
I just love this instrumental. This is such a vibe. Oh, come on. Roger. Brother.
What were you expecting from him?
Pronunciate, my guy! Like, that's not words.
He said the heart of the song.
I know what he said, but he's not saying it. He's... It's word vomit. He's just throwing it out. Mark, that probably is the least looked forward to song of the entire Floyd discography.
I'm looking forward to it.
They have worse songs.
Oh, yes, they do.
I don't think they do.
Yes, they do.
They have like a whole
album.
album full of worse songs.
What album?
Guma Guma.
Oh, yeah. But Alan's Psychedelic Breath is barely a song.
There's really only the one. I mean, most of Alan Psychedelic Breath is just boring. And then one part is just. And then there's that one terrible part.
I have a question for you Pink Floyd diehards out there. Do you enjoy this style of singing? Like, if he was actually, like, fully pronouncing his words, wouldn't you enjoy that more? If it didn't just, like, sound like he's barely saying the things.
I have no issue with it. It makes no difference to me, really.
I don't think he's whispering badly. I just don't like his voice that much.
I think his voice is fine. It's the fact that he's not speaking them clearly.
I don't know what else.
This
he's
part
whispering.
is
What else-
terrible.
I don't know how you whisper these words differently.
I don't really know how to explain other than exactly what he's doing right now. This word.
No, I don't know. I don't know what you want him to do.
I want him to pronunciate things. Like, give me an actual word instead of.
That's not what he's doing.
It sounds like it's like dribbling out of his, like he's drooling.
It
out.
doesn't.
It does.
Thank you, Hugo. We're gonna be fighting a battle on that album.
Never been a big Roger fan. I like him a lot more on the wall than Cole does. Right there.
Wow. Spoiler alert.
I didn't say what Cole gives the wall.
They disclosed some opinions.
Oh, do they only do that live? Does he only do that live, Noah?
What?
Does he only scream his brains out live?
Does he do that at the end of the song?
That's careful with that axe, Eugene, I'm pretty sure. This song in the Pink Floyd fandom has always been a little overrated.
I would think this would be underrated.
It's not, trust me.
Okay.
For the things that happen in the song, it's too long. That's what I'm gonna say. Not a big fan of when he's just repeating the heart of the sun. Besides that, every other part, it's fine. It's just chill. It has a nice bass and keyboard riff. I'd give it a 7.5.
7.5. All right, so I'll get my drama out of the way. You all heard my opinion on the way he's singing this song. I just don't think it's very good. Now, lyrically, I do think it's good. I don't like the repeated hook, the heart of the sun. He sounds like he's just barely even speaking at that point. I hate lazy singing. I just do. And this is like the ultimate example of lazy singing, where you're just barely saying words just enough so you can actually understand them, but they don't sound good, and that's what he does in this song, so no, not a fan of that. That being said, instrumental melody is fantastic. Love the instrumental. I love the xylophone. I assume that's what that is. Maybe it was a keyboard. Love the xylophone effect. Love the background bass that's happening the whole time. Think it's a absolute vibe setter, and I love the atmosphere they're creating here. Huge fan of it. If the vocals were better, this would be a much better song. So 6.5 to 7. This could be a 8 or even a 9 if the vocals were better. Cole.
Well, I have a problem with the vocals, but it's like the complete opposite. I don't know what else he's supposed to like. I don't have a problem with the way he's singing. I just don't really like Roger Waters' voice, really, ever, except on like Animals, pretty much, and even then they're just fine. I mean, he's obviously whispering. I don't know how many ways there are to whisper sing words, so I have no idea what your complaint there is about. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't want to do a whole argument about it.
To me, the song is totally about atmosphere, and I think they do a pretty good job. I like the atmosphere. It's cool. It's very space rock-esque, I think.
Sure.
very floaty. Just kind of feel like it's a vibe, honestly.
Yeah,
It's just a vibe.
It sounds cringe to say that word, but it when it's the right word, it's the right word.
It's just gotta. I enjoy the atmosphere quite a bit. I'll throw it at 8 to an 8.5.
All right, up next, Corporal Clegg.
This could be fun.
The wall is a 10. Wow. All right, I see you.
No, it's not. Oh my god. That hurts.
No, it doesn't.
That was awful.
What? Who? Okay, who is singing?
For
Who
sure.
is this?
That part, for sure, it's Nick Mason.
Giving me a headache.
This is Contrast done terribly. Ian is the fucking Pied Piper. What? I don't know what is happening.
You must be proud of him.
David bought a wall pedal.
Right. And who's singing this? Is this still?
A few people.
Just a couple people.
And they all
I don't
manage
care.
to
This is
sound
good.
bad.
This is good.
Oh! Is that a kazoo?
Yeah.
What?
I don't care what anybody says. That's good.
It's kind of bopping. It was just so surprising. I don't think I've ever heard anyone play kazoo before. Except on like kids' television shows.
It's so good.
Wow, that's not good.
My ear went a little numb right there.
Like a flashbang.
Yes. It tried to deter that noise.
They do it again.
Oh, that guitar! Pink Floyd featuring Kazoo
This is Clegg. You must be proud of him. This is Clegg. Another drop of gin.
Oh,
We're grooving now. We're grooving now.
No way it has. Oh, wow. Oh, look at Cole. He's into it. This is like something off Sergeant Pepper, man.
I like this more than a good bit of Sgt. Pepper's.
It's kind of groovy. Now we're losing it. It's kind of groovy. What's up, Jal Lucas?
I mean, the kazoo is funny, but it's silly as hell. I like the chorus part where they bring out the wah pedal. That's pretty cool. The melody there is pretty solid. But holy fuck, the other guitar that's playing genuinely hurt my ear, and
Yeah.
it genuinely gave me a little headache. Not a fan at all. Just fucking terrible guitar tone. Way too squealy. way too high pitched, way too loud to do that. Really does a number on what the score of that song could have been. And there's just some other parts that I don't really care for that much. Feeling like a 6.5.
6 to a 6.5. Yeah, the kazoo is something. It kind of startles you, and you're like, "Is this a fucking kazoo?" And is this real life? And then it kind of gets a little groovy, and you start enjoying it, even though it sounds. I mean, you would never want to hear that in real life, but they somehow kind of make it work with the instrumental. It's surprising. I agree with what Cole said about the guitar. That was an ear-piercing guitar that popped in a couple different times, and that just was bad. Not a fan. Also, not a fan of vocals on certain parts, like when they would do the stupid voice effect. Whoever was doing that voice effect, I think Noah, you said it was Nick Mason.
Yep.
Well, that was bad. The rest of the vocals were good, and the lyrics were kind of silly, funny / a little interesting to read, so that was cool. I'm gonna just go a flat out 7. I have nothing really truly that's sitting there like, God, I never want to listen to that song again, but I also probably wouldn't listen to it very much. No.
You guys are overhating. You guys are severely overhating.
Corporal Clegg savant.
Oh, yes, I am. This is getting bumped in the trap house. First things first.
Walking in and you hear that fucking kazoo.
It has a good riff that's that bum dum bum bum bum. I can't go that low, but I can't do it. But you know what I mean. As Cole said, the wah pedal part, like the bridge into the little instrumental hook with the kazoo, which is awesome, is banging.
It's certainly something.
Only one thing I really have an issue with is it gets a little chaotic near the end of the song. I don't find anything really ear-piercing. Maybe I'm just used to it.
Yeah,
I'll give it
definitely.
a 9.
Oh my God! Corporal Clegg gets a 9. All right, up next, title track with no lyrics. Look at that.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I'm just recognizing that I don't remember this album at all. So this feels like almost. Oh, I didn't even see Mr. Piggy. Mr. Piggy FNAF 10. This shit song peak. Damn.
True. Oh boy, to go into this song with no idea of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't remember this album at all. I think we may have listened to it once, like 2 years ago, and it's just gone from my memory.
You're in for a trip. Whether it's good or bad, we'll see.
This is giving me very heavy psychedelic feel so far. That kazoo did go crazy, Knox. This is some horror movie vibes, heavy right here. Sounds like it should be opening soundtrack of Nosferatu. That's exactly what I was thinking, Jonathan. You're in like Dracula's castle or some shit right here.
It's definitely building a bit of tension. And then starts doing that.
Echoes pre-alpha. Whoa. Oh, this is a 12-minute song. Oh.
Yeah.
See you, Patrick. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the basketball. Okay. I'm a little uncomfortable right now.
It's about to get a whole lot more annoying.
Indeed, Mark, we're going through their whole discography. That means all of them. Bumping this in your trap house, I see.
You know what? I guess this song has trap house status.
Okay, I was understanding the first part, but now I'm a little confused as to what they're trying to get away with here.
I mean, this is really more avant-garde than it's more just like psychedelic, experimental rock.
Yes, we're doing Endless River.
This song moves like molasses. This song is so long.
Okay. This is gritty. Oh my god, we're only halfway done. Okay. Is the fact that they have a background drum melody the only thing that they thought would make this listenable?
Come on, man. Psychedelic.
Just slapping a psychedelic on a label on a song does not make it listenable. Okay. Far better vibe they've already created here.
We're about to bring it back a little bit.
Sounds a lot like the beginning of the song. Again.
Pink.
Brutal, Sean.
Did my mic pick that up?
I heard you say pink.
Said thank you.
Oh.
Now this. God, I wish we were listening to the live at. If we were listening to the live at Pompeii version, this would get a higher rating.
I mean, sounds so dated, but
Oh yeah.
kind of pretty.
Now that is a piano.
It's like a pipe organ.
Organ. I mean, it's the same class. Yeah, Mad Echoes vibes here, I
I
agree.
love when he says something with so much confidence, and he's just like a little wrong.
I just don't care if I get told it's slightly different. We do keep getting told the live versions of this are better.
Yep. Because it is.
You can tell Uma Guma is close.
You can
It
feel
was
it.
a lot more annoying than this.
Is Uma Guma next?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so. It's that or more.
Oh man.
Me and the fellas in the middle school bathroom.
Why would you say that? What the hell? More is next? Okay. I gotta admit, this is pretty great. This is pretty damn good.
It's just
It's okay.
it's
No.
more epic on the other one, the live one.
Sure, I'm sure it is, but this sounds awesome.
I mean, it's definitely an improvement.
Compared to where we were at.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. We went through like 7 or 8 minutes of rough, and we're getting like 4 minutes of good.
Most of that is entirely forgettable and just like so whatever. And it just kind of felt like they needed to put some big psychedelic piece in here because Syd Barrett did a lot of psychedelic stuff and his songs were kind of long, so we should too. And that's where they ended up with this. The organ part is kind of pretty, but the group vocals are kind of uncoordinated. It sound a little off. Doesn't really. They don't really know how to harmonize with each other quite yet. Yeah, most of that is really forgettable to me. I give it like a 5 to a 5.5.
5 to a 5.5. Yeah, I had completely forgotten this song existed. I hated pretty much everything in the middle. Just found it to be awful. That being said, I did like the start. It was a very mood setting, very tone setting. It was very creepy. It created a very unique atmosphere. Very, I think someone said like you're walking inside Dracula's castle. You just, you feel like any corner you go down to, you're going to be just in a horror scene. And that's a really cool mood. They've done a couple of those songs in this album where they created some very nice vibes. Then you have the whole middle piece, which is about 6 or some minutes long, and it's just terrible. Can't hate. No. 0 on the middle. That being said, the end almost made that 6 minutes worth it, but I would never listen to it again. I'm going to have to be fair to most songs that don't sound like that, and give this fair rating of like a 4 to a 4.5. Noah.
These ones are a little rough. The intro is solid, a little spooky. Then we go through like 7 minutes of shit. Like I think it's respectfully just fucking sucks. I really like the live version of this, but the studio one has never clicked for me. And then we go to the last part, which sounds really good. I don't know. It's just like, why would I ever listen to this version when I can listen to the live version? This one has never really done it for me. I'd give this a 6.
Up next, Seesaw. Average listener, you are a Saucer fan.
We're back.
Picking up his sister, he makes his way to Seesaw land all the way. She goes up while he goes
Don't like that. This album is the worst good Pink Floyd album. It's an interesting description.
sisters swelling stones, hoping for a hit. He doesn't know, so she goes up while he goes
This guy vocally is not very talented. I hope this is not
Stop.
Gilmore.
Rick Wright is a good singer.
He is a good singer.
Not doing it for me. Obscured by Clouds is the best Floyd album.
No.
Interesting.
Fuck. No, it is not.
What an
Obscured
unseasoned
by
choice.
Clouds. That is just you trying to be edgy. That is all that is. What
She's backing it up.
Okay, there's a difference between
Oh, she
backing
didn't say the
something up
same
and-
thing.
Yeah, there's a difference between backing something up and just doubling down.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just that she's doubling down. Nah, hide from it.
Why is it the best Pink Floyd album?
Okay, you know what? He doesn't sound vocally bad. I just think the way he's singing these lines are not great. I guess maybe the pacing on his vocals is not great.
Shit.
What the fuck is this?
Hell yeah.
Salt Life. Did this need to be this long?
Yes. This is Bob.
More is underrated as fuck. I've never heard more.
And this song is very pretty. Very nice vocal melody. The little parts that come in between that connect them together are interesting. Got some weird, like, this weird keyboard that's trying to sound like a horn with this little xylophone line sliding down.
Yeah,
I mean, I
noticed
mean,
that
I fuck with
xylophone
it.
sound.
I fuck with it. I think this is a great song. And the ending is great. Love the backing vocals. Just whimsical. I'm feeling a 9.
Wow. Wow. That is that is not a 9. That is insane.
Big
Holy
Seesaw guy.
cow. Okay.
My goodness.
Yeah, let me go. So I guess it took me a little bit to determine, but it's not the vocal performance, it's the way he's singing. It's the way he's singing certain lines. He's like, he ends the line like halfway through it, and then he finishes out the line on the next part that he sings, and then he's like, he extends some, and then he shorts them. And it's very hard to kind of sway with the way he's singing, or even try to sing along in your head, because he's doing it almost off on every single line that he sings. And I don't know, it's the pacing of the way he's singing that I didn't appreciate. Somebody asked, what does this mean song? Explain to me what it means lyrically. I literally think it's just talking about going on a seesaw. I think it's that simple. Now, Noah, you might be able to correct me on that, but I do think it's literally just talking about going to a playground to get on a seesaw.
Yeah, man. Of course.
I don't think there's some hidden metaphor or anything. I think it's that simple. I'll say the pacing of the song is not my favorite. I certainly didn't like I didn't love the whole Beatles, Beach Boys aesthetic they were coming up with. It's not the worst on this album. 6.5. Cool.
I mean, for a song that's trying to be really mellow and pretty, I just don't think the melodies are that, like, memorable. I don't think I would ever come back to this song outside of the context of the album. I don't know, this part of the album just feels really whatever to me. Just uneventful and kind of uninteresting. And just really forgettable. But, I mean, it's not terrible. I'll throw it a 6.
The final track on Saucerful of Secrets, also the final Syd Barrett song of Pink Floyd. I will probably have to pause it about halfway through. We're getting some copyright warnings. I thought I had fixed that, but I guess not. So we continue on to Jug Band Blues.
I want to go first.
Yeah, is this Syd singing?
Yeah. Lyrics are interesting on this one.
Do we need that vibrato right there? Is that a kazoo again?
Maybe. We're about to groove.
I think that's a kazoo.
For information, yes, that gets played in the trap house.
What the fuck was that?
I do like the ending to this album.
Okay.
Then what exactly is a dream? And what exactly is a joke?
This song tends to get a bit of a, I can't think of the word, reputation.
Okay.
And I think a lot of it is just due to the fact that it was the last song they made with Syd Barrett. I think the song tends to get overrated a good bit in the Pink Floyd communities. I mean, the acoustic parts are good. When Syd's singing, I think they sound very good. The horn section is goofy, but I like it. The entire psychedelic session, not a fan. I would give this song an 8.5.
8.5. Wow, Cole. You you just had a little expression come on your face right there.
Well, the beginning is pretty good. Don't care for most of the rest of it at all. The last like 2 lines at the end are solid, but just when they get into his psyche, when they just indulge his psychedelic bullshit, because he's just not that good at writing psychedelic music, it just gets tedious and annoying for me to listen to. But there was still some good, melodies when he was singing, and some cool lyrics. I'll give it that. I'll throw it like a 6.
6. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards Cole here. Really cool first minute and a half, and then we just go through a 45 seconds of what the fuck was that? Like, we had zero reason to do that. It just comes out of nowhere. A minute and a half of really cool, groovy jamming, and then and good lyrics as well. And Syd sounds fine. I like the way he's singing as well. It was good. And then he just does this psychedelic part of like crap, and then the rest of the song is just ruined off of that, because I don't care about the last 30 seconds, not even 20 seconds or so either. It's a really wasted opportunity, I thought, to end on such a high note. It could have been like a 9.5. Instead, I'm left tasteless. It just feels weird. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Cole. 6 to 6.5. That was, what a shitty ending, or what could have been so cool to an otherwise okay album, but it could have been so much better based upon that. We've gone through and ranked A Saucerful of Secrets. That means it is final rankings time. If you have never been here before, first of all, welcome. And second of all, what we do for our final rankings, we rank the top 3 of the album in order. We rank the album 1 to 10, and then for our Pink Floyd, for our discography rankings, we take all the albums we listen to in the Pink Floyd discography and put them in order. We've only listened, this is the second now, so this will be fairly simple. But let's start with our resident Pink Floyd fan. Noah, you are up.
3, I'll go Let There Be More Light.
Let There Be More Light.
At 2, I'll go Seesaw. And 1, unironically, it's Corporal Clegg.
You're serious?
Yeah, it is such a banger.
Wow.
It's such a groover. It is a trap house classic. It will remain in the trap house.
It will remain.
This album,
Okay.
I think is consistent, except for one big no-no. There's only 2 songs I don't come back to on this album, and that's Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun and the title track. At least this version of the title track. I think it's a good album. I think it's more consistent than Piper. I'd give it an 8.5.
Okay. I'd like to go next, because I want to rebuttal one thing you said, but I'll do that after. And so you're putting this above Piper, I assume, in the discography?
Yes, I am.
Yes, he is. Okay. My top 3, oh boy. It's gonna be, did I give anything higher than a 7.5? I did not. Okay. I guess I will go Set the Controls for the Heart of Sun at 3, Corporal Clegg at 2, and Let There Be More Light at 1. So you said this album is consistent. I am going to completely disagree with you on that. I think this is an extremely inconsistent album, actually. I think it has some highs, relative highs. I think it has some very low lows, like the title track. I think it kind of floats around being barely above a mid, but there's some songs that you go a little higher, like a 7.5. Some songs you go a little lower, like a 5.5 to a 6. Even low as a 4 to a 4.5. I think it's an extremely inconsistent album. The only consistent part of it is that it's consistently slightly above average, I guess, if you round it up and everything. But no, I think Piper was more consistent in terms of the rankings of the songs. That being said, I will give this album, I will give it a solid 6 to a 6.5. Certainly not one I picture myself coming back to very much, and just not my style of Pink Floyd has commenced yet. Just not there yet. There's some psychedelic elements to it. Obviously, with Syd Barrett still being in the band, they're leaning heavily still on him, I'm sure, for that. But they're still finding their tone, and they're gonna get there, but they ain't there yet. And we, just like with Radiohead, where we talked about their first 2 albums and how they just hadn't found what they're looking for yet, they'll get there. It takes Pink Floyd a little longer than Radiohead, but they'll get there. And yes, I will agree, Piper was the worst, and this one is better. All right, Cole.
Number 3, I'm gonna go Set the Controls. Number 2, Remember a Day, and number 1, Let There Be More Light.
Wow.
I like the first 3 songs of this album. I think the rest of it is pretty forgettable outside of like a few good moments here or there. I don't think there's anything that's like that terrible on this album. Just a lot of just whatever and kind of boring at times. But overall, it's okay. It's all right. But you know, I would. It's definitely better than Piper. That's easy.
You
call
trash
right
Piper,
there.
so.
Yeah, I'm not a big Piper guy.
Not a big Piper
I wouldn't call myself a particularly big Saucerful of Secrets guy either, but I do.
I don't consider myself one either. All right, what is your final ranking?
I'm gonna throw Saucerful of Secrets a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, wow. Right around the same as me. Noah, you look a little surprised by that.
Disappointing. Very disappointing.
Disappointing. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. That was our Pink Floyd, A Saucerful of Secrets, second album ranking. Our next album will, of course, be Pink Floyd's third album, as we have to catch up. And then we will be going back and forth between Pink Floyd and Radiohead as we do. If you did enjoy it, leave a like down below and hit subscribe. Also, hit the bell to get notified when we upload our videos. And when we go live, we do all of these albums live, so you can come join us. And hopefully the albums, as we go through Pink Floyd and Radiohead's discography, might get more attention because of the more known capabilities they have. Let's just say that. I don't think Saucerful of Secrets is anywhere near the most popular Pink Floyd album that they have. So we shall see. But if you guys did enjoy, follow us on Twitter. We share when we go out. And see you guys in the next video. Oh, one last thing I forgot to say. Also, join our Discord. Links in the description of our live stream, our channel. We'll see you in the next video.